Hello student, this video lecture is prepared for heat transfer subject and I will discuss the unit number 4, condensation and boiling. So in this unit, I will discuss these points. So these are the contents of the unit 4. So first we will discuss heat transfer in condensation of single vapors, then dropwise condensation, difference between dropwise and filmwise condensation, and effect of non-condensable gases. And if the time permit, we will discuss the remaining content of this unit number 4. So first we will discuss condensation. So what is meant by condensation? It is a convective process that involves a change of phase from vapor to liquid. That means when the vapor is converted into the liquid, that process is called a condensation, and it is a convective process. That means it is happen only in a fluids, maybe gas, liquid or vapor, and it occurs whenever a saturated vapors come into contact of a cold surface. For example, in the surface condenser, heat transfer from the vapor to the surface take place and the vapors get condensed on the surface. So whenever the saturated vapors, that means if we heat the liquid at the boiling point, then we will obtain the saturated vapor. So these saturated vapors comes in contact with the cold surface. At that time, these vapors get condensed on that surface, and whole process is called a condensation. Note that in this condensation, the latent heat is involved. So in second chapter, we have already discussed that there are two types of heats. First one is called a sensible heat and another one is called a latent heat. So in case of sensible heat, there is no phase change occurs, and in case of latent heat, the phase change is occur. So this chapter is involve the latent heat. So in both condition, that means in condensation and in next part we will discuss boiling. In that part also, the latent heat is taking place. So this is called a condensation. So if we look at this figure, suppose this is the cold surface and the surface temperature is Tw, and the vapors are coming in this direction. Suppose the temperature of that vapor is Ts. So obviously when these vapors comes near contact with this metal surface which is having lower temperature than this vapor temperature, then these vapors are condensed on this metal surface, and whole process is called a condensation. So here they have mentioned that condensation occurs when the temperature of the vapor is reduced below its saturation temperature. Saturation temperature means boiling point of that vapor. So in this case, saturation temperature is always greater than Tw, that means surface temperature, or it is sometimes called a wall temperature. So in which cases these condensers or condensation is occur in chemical industry. For example, the separation of components of the liquid mixture in a distillation column. So in the distillation column, we are separated the liquid mixtures. So at the top of the column, there is a equipment which is called a condenser, and this condenser convert the vapors which is obtained from the distillation column at the top. In power plant also, these condensers are used for condensing the steam from the exhaust of the turbine into the liquid. And another example is home air conditioning unit. which is used for air cooling, or we can say the condenser is used for the liquefaction of refrigerant. So these are the some examples of condensation. So there are two types of a condensation. First one is called a dropwise condensation, and another one is called a filmwise condensation. So these types are generally depends upon the nature of surface. That means whether this surface is mounted vertically or horizontally, and also it depends upon the properties of that vapors. So we will discuss what is meant by first dropwise condensation. So here the definition of dropwise condensation is given. When a saturated vapors come into contact with a cold surface, so this is the cold surface, and this, suppose here is the saturated vapors, it condenses, and if the condensate does not wet the surface, so this the surface does not wet, the droplets are formed on the surface. So these are the droplets which is formed on the cold surface. These droplets grow and ultimately fall from the surface under the influence of gravity. So these droplets are fall down under the influence of gravity, and it will leave the bare metal. Bare metal means empty surface or empty wall. Then further condensation is take place. So then another vapors are coming here. They are formed drops on this surface, and in this way this process is carried out, and this mechanism is called a dropwise condensation. So in short, we can say that when these vapors are coming with the contact of the cold surface, the vapors are condensed in the form of drops. So these are the drops. So this figure shows the drops. So drops are formed. So it is called a dropwise condensation. Then in next part, filmwise condensation. So what is the definition of filmwise condensation? When a saturated vapors come into contact with the cold surface, so this is the cold surface and the vapors are coming from in this direction, it condenses, and if the condensate wet the surface, so this surface is wet, 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 it form a continuous film of condensate through which heat must be transferred. So when these vapors are coming into contact with this cold surface, the continuous film is formed like this, and the condensation occur through this film, and the condensation ultimately flow down under the influence of gravity, and this condensation is called a filmwise condensation. So whenever the vapors, saturated vapors come into contact with this cold surface, the surface wet, and the film of condensation is formed on this surface, and at the end of this process the condensate flow down under the influence of the gravity. So this condensation film is flowed down under the influence of a gravity. So when the condensation occur in this manner, it is called a filmwise condensation. So if we look actually figure or a photo of dropwise condensation and filmwise condensation, it will give the idea. So here if we look at this surface, so drops are formed on that cold surface. So these drops are formed by contacting the saturated vapors with the cold surface. So this is called a dropwise condensation. And in this side, if we look at this wall, there are films is formed of the condensate. So this is called a film-wise condensation. Then we will look what is the difference between drop-wise and film-wise condensation. So the first part of the comparison is the definition. So in the case of drop-wise condensation, these vapors does not wet the surface and it is collected in the form of drops, while in the film-wise condensation, the saturated vapors or that condensed liquid wet the surface and it form a continuous film. So this is called a film-wise condensation. So this is the first point of the comparison. Then the heat transfer coefficient is very high in case of drop-wise condensation, and in case of film-wise condensation, the heat transfer coefficient is very low. Why this is happening? Because in the drop-wise condensation, there is no resistance offered here. So only heat is transferred by drop, or condensation is transferred by drop. But in case of film condensation, the condensation occurs through this film. So resistance is offered by this film, and therefore the rate of heat transfer or heat transfer coefficient is low in case of film-wise condensation. The next one is the oily or greasy surface seems to tend towards the drop-wise condensation. So if the surface is oily or it is having some grease on that surface, the drop-wise condensation will occur. And in case of film-wise condensation, we require smooth and clean surface. So if the surface is smooth and clean like this, then the film-wise condensation will occur. Drop-wise condensation is very difficult to achieve. So in chemical industry, it is very difficult to achieve because you have to keep the surface oily or greasy. So it is not possible every time to keep the surface oily or greasy. So film-wise condensation is easily obtained because we can keep that surface clean and smooth. So at that time, the film-wise condensation will easily obtain. So drop-wise condensation is unstable and difficult to maintain, and it is not desirable in industry. So it is difficult to maintain these drops because obviously the drops are fall down, and sometimes these drops may be mixed with the another drop and form a film. So in this way, it is difficult to maintain. So it is not used in a chemical industry. In film-wise condensation, it is stable and it is common and it is also desired in a chemical industry. So easily we can obtain this film-wise condensation, and it is commonly used or desired in a chemical industry. The method of predicting or calculating the film heat transfer coefficient, that means heat transfer coefficient, are not available. In drop-wise condensation, we does not having any calculation of heat transfer coefficient, how to calculate the area, etc. So in case of film-wise condensation, the calculation of heat transfer coefficient and rate of heat transfer is easily available. So here we will stop the lecture and we will continue remaining part in the next lecture. Thank you.